Hello, welcome to JW Military Finance. I'm your host, JW. This is probably one of my last videos recorded here on the island. I'm excited about it. PCS in about 10 days. Anyhow, here we go. Today we are going to talk about selling back leave at your reenlistment. But first, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share my content with your friends. Now that that's out of the way, let's get on to that controversial topic, selling leave. It's a dirty word in the military. Why would you sell your leave? You're gonna lose money, but you only get base pay. You're gonna lose money. You're not gonna lose money. In fact, selling your leave is the only way that you get extra money. Now, let's talk about some details first. First and foremost, you can only sell 60 days over the course of your entire career. And as of a few days ago, I have now sold 60 days of leave. All right? I truly believe that selling your leave is a good thing. All right? I sold 60 days. When can you sell leave? If you're an enlisted member, you can sell leave at any reenlistment or when you separate from service. Officers, you guys can only, and gals, you can only sell leave when you separate. All right? Y'all don't reenlist like we do. That said, 60 days of leave is the max that you can sell over the course of your career. Now, I'll link to my other video about selling back leave. It was one of the very first YouTube videos I did, and I want to retouch on the topic because it's fresh in my mind. I want to go over some figures with you and make you consider it. Normally when people re-enlist, they don't even consider selling back some leave. For me, it was a perfect scenario right now with coronavirus allowing us to carry over more leave. I didn't take much leave last year, and I carried over 75 days of leave. I was able to sell 20 because I had sold 40 previously in my career. Doing so dropped me down to 55 days, which sets me up perfectly for next year to only carry over 60 days of leave, because I'm going to do a video about the leave carryover. I think they duped us, but that's okay. So now 60 days of leave I've sold over my career. I've sold it twice. I sold 40 days when I re-enlisted, I don't know, 4 years ago or so, and I sold 20 days when I re-enlisted earlier this month. Now, I do have to tell you that the later in your career that you sell the leave, the better. Why? It's based off of your current base pay. All right, so the higher your pay grade when you sell the leave, obviously the more money you get. Your 20 days of leave as an E4 are significantly different than my 20 days as an E7. But what's cool here is that when you sell this leave, if you sell 20 days of 60 that you accumulated, depending on your pay grade, and maybe now you're an E6, you might have accumulated, or you probably accumulated this leave while you were an E5, or potentially even as an E4. So days that you accumulated at a lower pay rate, you can now, bump up to that E6 pay level, or in my case, up to the E7 level. I think that's pretty cool. So the longer you wait, the better, because the more money you're going to get. Now, how does the math work? You take your base pay. Yes, I know. You take just your base pay. All right? You divide that number by 30. For me, that's $163.08. And then you multiply that number by the number of days you want to sell. I sold 20 days. That grossed me $3,261.60. But wait, that's not how much money I got for selling the leave. You gotta pay taxes on it. They tax it at 22%. All right, that's a high tax rate, higher than your normal pay. That's okay though. I paid $717.55 on that taxes at that 22% rate. So I'm gonna net a little over $2,500. Cha-ching, all right? I'm not concerned about the higher tax rate because it'll balance out when I file my taxes at the end of the year. If I paid too much on my total income, it'll balance out. Not completely worried about it. Also, I still netted $2,500, okay? But you only got base pay. That's the argument. You only get base pay. You only get the base pay. Doesn't matter. Take a look at my LES. I don't care that you just saw it and that you can freeze it on there. It doesn't matter. I don't care that you know how much money I make because it's all common knowledge. I still got, let me read you, base pay. I got my full amount of base pay. BAS. I got my full amount of BAS. Family separation. I got my full amount of family set pay. Oh, lump sum leave. Paid in addition to all of my other pays. Okay? You don't lose leave pay. You don't lose BAS. Yes, you only get BA or base pay, but I still got all my other pays. And that's the same thing if you sold leave at the end of your career instead of taking terminal leave or separation leave. You still get all of those pays for the month, and then you also get the money for the leave that you sold for the extra base pay, all right? You get extra money when you sell leave. Now there are times, all right, when this wouldn't work if you were doing it for separation leave planning, all right? You gotta take into the effect of how much does your new job pay, because people always say, I wanna double dip. Well, you can double dip by selling your leave too, all right? You can double dip. I double dipped on this month. I got an extra 20 days of base pay, all right? It doesn't make sense if your new job, my base pay is $48.92 as an E7. If I landed a new job that paid me more than that $48.92, it wouldn't make sense for me to sell the leave, because I'd be selling the leave to make $48.92 when I could be making more if I started the other job earlier, okay? That's the math. Now, if you're gonna get out of the military and you're gonna go to college full-time, or you're gonna go back and live with your parents, or you're gonna go work for daddy, cool, fantastic, but you can still do those things by delaying a month or two and selling your leave and coming to work for those last 2 months. Again, watch the video, all right? I linked to it earlier. I'll try to link to it here again. Watch the video that I did where I went a little further in depth on that. But I just wanted you to know that selling leave is a good thing, all right? It's the only way that you're gonna get extra money for your pay, for your leave days, all right? Because if I had taken those 20 days of leave, I would have only gotten my normal pay, right? I got an extra $2,500, and I'm fine with that. I sold 20 days. I went from 75 down to 55. I've already incurred another 2.5. Cool. I've actually got 25 use or lose days for FY21. All right, so I can take 25 days of leave over the next 11 months and still carry over 60 days. All right, I could use 30 and have 55. For me, it worked out. Now, if you only have 20 days of leave, I'm not going to tell you to sell your leave, all right? You've got to have been in a scenario where you've got a good amount of leave accumulated. If you've got 40 days, sure, sell 15. You can sell leave as many times as you want. You could sell it at every re-enlistment, but you can only sell 60 in your career. So if you're not getting an SRB and you want a little extra money and you're re-enlisting, sell 10, 15 days of leave. Get yourself a little extra money, all right? For me, this was perfect. PCS and buying a new house, doing all that fun stuff. Extra $2,500 is going to come in real handy. So there you go. Sell your leave. It's not all bad. And thanks for tuning in. If you've made it this far in this video, I don't know how many minutes we're at right now. Hold on, I might be able to look. Nope, can't see. But if you have made it this far, please hit that subscribe button. Do me that honor. I appreciate it. Go Tampa Bay Lightning, Stanley Cup champions. Thanks for tuning in.